As the subcommittee of the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendments and Revision of Codes begins its hearing on the resolution of both Houses number 6, which seeks to amend certain economic provisions of the Charter, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri clarifies that they will follow their own timeline in discussing the issue. This comes after several House leaders urged Zubiri to pass the resolution before the Holy Week break.
We will not be falling into a trap on any deadline because to discuss such an important matter needs time. It needs study. It cannot be rushed like any regular bill that is just approved without thinking. Let us not listen to the noise. Let us be above the fray.
During the hearing, the remaining framers of the 1987 Constitution weighed in on the proposed economic charter change, or CHACHA. For former Chief Justice Hilario Davida Jr., there is no valid and serious reason to amend the charter. Instead, the solution to the country's pressing issues, he says, is the full implementation of the principles and policies of the Constitution.
Amendments to or revision of the Constitution at this time would be a lethal experiment. It will be a cha-cha dance to the grave or to hell. It will be claiming our people to foreign domination or control. God forbid that we now amend our Constitution.
Attorney Christian Monsod also opposes the move, stressing that the country must instead focus on addressing the education crisis and corruption problem. He also notes that the condition for CHACHA is not even included in the administration's Philippine Development Plan in attaining its goals.
In none of the 73 billion of investment pledges secured by the government in its travels abroad, there is no condition for charter change. It is our hope that the Senate will stand firm against charter change beyond the proposed amendments on the economic provisions of public utilities, advertising, and education.
But retired Associate Justice Adolfo Azcuna is in favor of removing some of the so-called restrictive economic provisions of the Constitution. This as he notes that economic policy should not be stipulated in the Charter, but in ordinary laws.
I'm for restriction, but it should be flexible. It should be in legislative form, not in a very hard-to-change constitutional provision.
According to research group Ibon Foundation, the economic CHACHA is unnecessary and diversionary, citing data that the Philippines has the least restrictive economy.
The argument that, we're getting so much less than our neighbors is actually also irrelevant. Since the 87 Constitution, foreign investment has poured in. We have much more foreign investment but much less development because the problem is not lack of foreign investment, the problem is a lack of vision for industrial development.
Meanwhile, Senator Robin Padilla, who chairs the Senate panel, files a new resolution of both houses seeking to amend a provision on the Constitution to explicitly state that the House and the Senate should vote separately when amending or revising the Charter. Jorgelin Delgado, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.